The handprint allows you to use the wheel?
No, actually, this one is to drag, click and drag.
Okay.
Okay, but then again, you don't have to, it's kind of a repetitive tool for, that and the mouse.
The wheel is the default, or?
Yeah, pretty much,
Okay.
to zoom in and zoom out. And the hand tool is pretty much equals to the click and drag in the mouse.
I got you.
Okay, got it. All right, very simple, very simple. Again, nothing to break. It's just that. The next one would be the selection tool. Pretty much you usually type in an address and it'll take you there. But sometimes you're maybe want to know more information of adjacent parcel or something. So you might want to use this, unless you have the address for that, but you might be going back and typing, so you don't want to do that. Anyway, by default, the single point selection tool is selected, meaning that with that you can select in any parcel, and whenever you have selected, the information data tabs will be populated with information belonging to or related to that parcel. Also, you can select more than one parcel by using this tool right here. This one, pretty much, it creates segments, straight segments. In order to use it, again, you gotta select it, click on it. You see that elastic red line. You wanna select that, and when you're done with it, just double click, and all the parcels that red line has touched will be selected. But of course, I mean, if you notice here, only one parcel has the dot, meaning that only the information for this parcel will be displayed here, not all the information for all the parcels will be displayed. So it's just one at a time. The next one would be the same tool, but this one will give you more flexibility on how to go about selecting. Let me clear that selection. Click here, and again, if you click and drag, but make sure that when you use that, you haven't drank any coffee or anything like that, 'cause then you go crazy. So again, same idea, selecting different tools. Let me select. Oh, by the way, you clear your selection by just clicking on that X.
Edward, I'm sorry, before you continue, I know that some people are getting a little bit antsy, but if you have a conversation to hold, can you please step into the hallways? Because there's some people in this room that are still interested in hearing in the rest of the presentation, so I want to kindly ask you to step into the hallways or maybe step further that way if you want to hold a conversation or talk to me, I'll walk with you that way, okay? Thank you.
And if we can also hold some questions till the end. Hypothetically, we have the room till 1. I'm sure we could go a little bit over, but maybe if we can let Mr. Martinez finish.
Hold on, and thank you for the reminder. I didn't notice the time. I mean, anyway, so, all right, same idea here, but this one will allow you to select parcels, creating a polygon. Again, click, drag, and then whatever that line might touch, it will be concentrated within that shaded area. Again, once you have selected all your parcels, just double click and the parcel will be selected. Let me skip that one because it's the same idea, but
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
What was the purpose of combining them?
Sometimes people, actually it was suggestions from users. They wanted to select more than one parcel at a time. The purpose was just to see, because actually some people wanted to create radius maps that will include different parcels.
What kind of maps?
Radius.
Oh, radius.
Uh-huh. And by the way, that's the next tool that we're going to use. Actually, let me select one. And the next tool will be the, what we call the radius tool. Here you can create a buffer map, let's say, up to, I think, 1,000 feet. But usually I think it's 500, but you know, I was told before the meeting that,
To 1,000.
yeah, exactly, you guys are going to that extent. Used to be, I think, about 750, but again, suggestions from you made us go even beyond that. Anyways, once you click on that, or you have selected, make sure you have selected your parcel first. Click on that tool. Again, you're going to be presented with this with another window. Let's say 500 for this. And just click on the draw buffer button. I think I did. Takes a little while, and it creates a buffer around that particular parcel, selected parcel, and whatever is within 500 feet of that parcel will be selected red. Again, this is a good tool when new established liquor stores are trying to get liquor licenses. So you can see if it's maybe within park or school buffer or something.
Another good tool, another good reason for that tool is that can give you the addresses for each one inside.
Yeah, let me jump into that next, that she mentioned that. Let me create another one. And here, let's say you want to notify your resident, or actually residents within that 500 feet buffer. So once you have selected your, you have your radius map or area, you can come to the reports button and go to the parcel, actually, no, mailing.
Mailing list.
Exactly. Click on that one. And what this function will do is create a list in label format. A list of residents, addresses actually, not the name of the residence, because of course we don't show ownership information here. So we click on that, and what it will do is create a report. Oh, and good thing this happened. Sometimes we get calls saying, I created my report, but I don't see anything. Make sure the pop-up blocker is disabled, or maybe allow pop-up blocker for ZIMAS to be able to open secondary windows within the application. So if you see here, this box right here, that's an indication that something has been blocked. You can click on it, or this one right here. You can click on it and just choose always allow ZIMAS if you don't want any other websites to have the same permissions too. Click done. And you can repeat the process again. And this time you will be presented with a report. And again, it only shows, pretty much it shows the APN and the address for that particular, for that selected parcel.
Yeah, it's a great tool.
Again, I know that there's, they sell sheets of paper where it's already formatted, you just print it and then that's it. And then you can send it to the resident. Bless you.
So that was under the radius?
Yeah, radius map, right here.
And then the mailing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, you use that in combination. These two tools can be used to create that. One thing I would like to do too is, now that I'm here, select a single parcel. And also, I told you that here you can create parcel profile reports. Here, pretty much whatever information is displayed in the data label information area will be added or included within that report. Again, click on the run report button. Make sure if you don't see the report, the pop-up blocker is not activated. Anyway, So here you see the report itself. Again, this is the title of the first data tab, address, jurisdictional, planning, and again, it gives you all the information that you will see on those data tabs. Also, on the side, you can see the cases related or to that parcel or area. At the end, also, you got case summaries. Let me take you to the end, because in every report that you create, the very last pages become kind of repetitive. And if you print a lot of reports, your printer might run out of ink. So you just make sure that when you print it, you don't print the legend all the time. It's about 4 pages, so it consumes a lot of paper and a lot of ink. So, you know, and this will be included in every report, so make sure if you have it, just have it once or just...
Is this also the color codes that
Yeah, actually, yeah. It's included there, and there's another option that you can go in and see this legend. So that's the report right there. Anyways, the next one would be, let me zoom in a little bit for the purpose of showing this tool. This will be the measurement tool. Again, click on it, and this box will pop. For this, you can measure pretty much parcels if you're in doubt that that's the actual dimensions of the parcel, the street width, or whatever you want to measure. The more you zoom in, the more accurate the measurements are going to be. Of course, if you are way too out, you might not get the accurate information. Anyway, so let me. Oh, by the way, let's say that you had this open, but you need to zoom in or zoom out a little bit more. If you try to do it, you won't do it. You would have to close the window. And that has to do with programming. Different what we call events might be conflicting with each other. So we don't want that to be happening. So in order for one event to take place, one has to stop. So I'm just going to stop the measurement event and just go to the, okay, let me go back here. I don't know, I'll just measure the width of the street. Yeah. Just click, click, drag, and click again. And hit, oops, actually double click. And here, oops, and this window will give you pretty much the information that you might need, right here. Also, let's say you want to know the acreage or square footage of this parcel right here. Let's use this one. I'm just gonna do it quickly. Click, drag, I don't know, it's just this. And by the way, from a technical perspective, never use white or bright surfaces when you're using your mouse, because the light of the mouse tends to bounce a lot. So, and once you're done, double click the parcel, or actually the area measure has been highlighted in red, and here it shows you square footage, acreage, and actually the perimeter around the area.
Can you get structure square footage as well?
Well, you could. If you go to the, let's say, aerial map, background information, and let's say, I don't know, roughly that one right here. Again, we choose the polygon select measurement tool. Click on from corner to corner. Double click when you're done. And again, the information is displayed here. It's
But
about a,
If that structure had 2 stories, it wouldn't give you
Oh,
the true building square
yeah, thank you,
footage.
yeah,
So just be
exactly.
careful with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
'cause you might want to go to building information to get the
Yeah.
year the structure was built, and sometimes it'll list the square footage of the building
Yeah.
on that side. So I just wouldn't go by the measurements. It's a good way to guesstimate and just kind of see at a rough,
Yeah.
at a rough estimate.
Yeah, good point. And one way to find out maybe the square footage of maybe units within that parcel, and again, this information comes from the LA County, would be going to this data tab right here. Right here, under address and legal information, it gives you all the information that you might be interested in, right here. Square footage, it gives you the number of units and all that stuff. The next one would be the actually, there are cases that maybe you want to compare one parcel with another. Let's say you're focusing on this one, but you want to know about that one too. But you don't want to select it because you don't want to lose the information here. So what you could do is use this button here, click on the parcel that you're interested in, and what will happen is that another data tabs section or box will be displayed for that particular parcel. So now you can compare maybe square footage or whatever, cases or whatever. Another one, handy one, is that sometimes maybe you're not interested in knowing and all that information that is displayed here, but instead you just want quick and fast information about this particular parcel. Let's say you click on it, select it first, click on it, and it will show you that. Just kind of, I guess we can extend the life of the box for a little while more, but it just it gives you the main information: APN, zoning designation, address, and all that stuff. Okay, here. This one pretty much allows you to see, actually to turn on and off whatever information you don't want to see. Let's say.
What's the name of that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it's called layers.
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 For that, let me go to the default background information layer. So it can be faster. Let's say, let me go back from the very beginning. And let's say I don't want to see anything. I just want to see colors. You click check on or uncheck stuff that you want to see. After that, you just click apply, and of course, nothing will be displayed. Okay, but let's say you only want to know information that pertains to planning. Click on that, maybe case numbers, and that's it. Again, click apply, and it will only show you whatever information you have selected. Let's say, I don't know, address, and that information is from BOE or engineering, and it will show you the information belonging to that. And then again, once you're done and you want to put it back the way it was, just click reset, apply, and it will just display the information that usually it's displayed when you open ZIMAS. Okay, here's the one that many of you were asking. As you can see, within the map, whenever you open it, there's different colors. Of course, different colors represent different zoning designations. Each designation, pertaining to land use and all that stuff. I myself didn't know what they meant at the beginning, so I'm pretty sure that's the same case some of you. That's why we came up with this solution where we can pretty much give you a menu of what colors you need. Of course, let me go back here. And yellow in general represents residential. And as you know, residential also is divided into single residential, I think R1, R2 or something, but it's always within the same color. And that's what we did here. For example, residential is yellow, commercial, different levels of commercial zoning designation. We also had some other colors or representations of different land uses. And of course, you can access the land use right here. And you can see that that relates to this, okay? Also, we have other symbols that might represent some other objects or so. So this is where you come in and see what they mean and stuff. So it's a good information source for you to find out whatever symbol is there represents or means. Yes?
Quick question. The historic survey has sorted all the buildings for related to contributing modified, and non-contributing. Is that on ZIMAS?
Yeah, so, does anybody have an address of a Garbanzo historic address? But if we don't have one, do you guys have one?
1018 Crest Haven.
1018,
1018.
and what's the street name?
Crest Haven.
You put Crest, and I think it'll pop up. Cool. So if we click on that,
The first one, huh?
No,
the
second.
second one, Crest Haven Drive.
Oh, sorry.
Cool. So if we click on planning and zoning, stop right there. It says Historic Preservation Review and Historic Places LA. This is an effort from the city to survey all the historic places or HCM status monuments. Once you click on that, Edward got a little bit ahead of me, but this will pop out, and it'll let you know if that home or if it's a monument, if it's a contributor, if it's part of the survey or not. And then also if you go back to ZIMAS, where it says Historic Preservation Review, click on that, and then, oh wait, that's the same place it took us to? Okay, click right there, historic places. Oh, it's the same place. Normally, there's something else that pops out that says if you're doing a remodel, if you're adding square footage, call this person, you have to go get a special permit. So always click on that side, the sidebar to look at these special overlays, and it'll let you know if it's a yes or a no. For example, does it fall within a specific plan area? No, it doesn't, so it'll say no. But if this property was captured as part of the survey, it'll guide you to go to the Historic Survey LA survey.
But, and then that'll tell us whether it's contributing modified. or
It should, but it seems like the structure isn't. So the zoning here is, oh, sorry, it's in zoning information. So if you click on ZI, it says Highland Park, Garbanzo. And this is the document that tells you, if you have any questions, go to this website, HPOZ information, you have to talk to the staff member that oversees that Garbanzo Park HPOZ, and then they'll let you know if there's any special instructions. So normally it'll say, if you go to the top of this, it'll say ZI zoning information. It's kind of like special instructions for that permit. Yes?
If you go back to the, where it says historic preservation, yes,
Historic preservation.
and you click on ZIMAS.
ZIMAS?
Yeah.
It will take you,
Quick.
oh.
That's it.
So,
Is that the picture of what you looked at?
so get out of there again so we can show them more time.
Now, it says non-contributing, so that's
So can you
good.
close it? So It's historic preservation review, yes. Click on that, click on ZIMAS, and that's how we got it.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
So it'll give you the year built, it'll let you know if it's a non-contributor or not, the architect, the style, but you should still always contact the HPOZ planner, just to know what you can and cannot do. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, good.
I think it's 1:15, so I don't know if you guys want to continue.
Okay.
I'll defer to
All
Cindy.
right, actually,
Wait a minute, Heidi, there was one question that was a major question for
I'll
everybody.
defer to Helene.
Jerry Fordyce made the question.
Yeah.
His question was, what if a neighborhood health council has 2 community plans? I'll give you an address so that you can look it up
No, no,
and
no.
tell us about it.
That's parked right here, so after Eber's done, we'll
Right.
talk about your question and his
Okay.
question one-to-one with Eber, because then
Okay.
we're gonna drag people.
Folks, I'd like Eber to finish up.
okay,
Yeah.
so the last part, I just want to say, it's very simple to use too. It's practically that you can print whatever you see in the map area using these 2 tools. For example, this printer icon, once you click it, it will create a PDF picture of a snapshot of that area that you're looking at. This will be transferred onto what you see here. Pretty much this one you can use to, I don't know, to include in whatever project you're working on and just add it there. The other one, it takes a snapshot of the map itself. And this one, it's formatted in a graphic area, in a graphic format.
What's the picture?
Pretty much, you just, if you want to include it in your report or something like that, you can click, right-click, copy, and paste it onto your project. As simple as that. Okay, one thing, again, that I want to emphasize is this area right here. Whatever suggestions you have, or if you need help, use that box in order to communicate with us. That goes directly to our mailbox, and so we can quickly address that issue. We know that a lot of people use it, so we need to keep it going. If it's down or something like that, ZIMAS is down or something, let us know or something. We constantly check, but you know, you mainly pretty much help us to keep it going. Yes?
Hold on.
Oh.
Can you show us where the videos are at? Don't you have?
Oh,
some
I'm sorry,
help
yeah.
videos?
I mentioned the,
The user guide.
yeah, it's kind of updated, but let me show you. Under the user guide,
There's like how to.
there's you can download documents, or actually the guide here. But there's a section here where it says how to videos. And you click on that one, click on this secondary one. Pretty much it tells you how to create or do certain tasks within ZIMAS. For example, a very, let's see, mailing reports. Click on that one. Takes a little while again. And it will tell you step by step on how to go about doing that particular task.
So if anybody, if you were taking notes, or if you want to go back, if you're at home trying to look for something and you don't remember how to do something,
Mhm.
just remember to always click on the user guide, and it tells you
Yeah.
step by step how to do things.
Anyways, it's taken a while, but like Heidi says, you can go back to your houses and then just use those things. And again, don't be afraid of using it. I mean, there's nothing to download, nothing to install, nothing. You just use it, period. Don't